Friday.
Hello.
Don't know what date it is, do you?
3rd, 4th.
No idea. I get complaints. You see, that I don't put the date on everything. But, I mean, it's at the bottom, isn't it, when I upload it?
Yeah, you always upload it on the same day.
Yeah, so that's it, yeah. So, for those of you who don't know us, Jan, Urban Gypsy Crochet.
Kelly, crafted by Kelly X.
So, there we go. We've just actually made a video announcing what we're doing in the future, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Yes! And I'll let Kelly tell you because I always forget what we're called.
Alright, so what me and Jan have done is we've worked long and hard in kind of putting our businesses in one place. So we're now under the umbrella of Lancashire Crafty Lasses, and we have our own website. And this weekend, I think we'll hit the live button and we'll send it live. So yeah, you can come and shop our products on our website. Don't we sound all professional?
Yes, we do.
We have a website.
We both of us got a little bit cheesed off, haven't we, with Etsy?
Politely speaking.
Yes. Annoyed with Etsy because of all this, new policy they've got where you've got to put free postages and things like that. Otherwise you won't be seen. Yeah. They're sort of like kind of blackmailing us into, and we can't offer free postage. We just can't. And to me, it's immoral to list it as being free postage when it isn't.
When you're really hiking up the original price.
Yeah, because to including this, so it was against my morals really to say that. Yeah.
But it's also not fair on our UK-based customers.
Yeah. Because
the postage rates are vastly different. So if we're hiking up our prices to cover around the world postage, then our UK-based customers are going to be spending that extra money for no reason.
Yeah. And we can't
it's just not fair.
You can't keep sort of saying, oh, well, we'll send you a refund for the difference. It just messes everything up, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
So for about the last 12 months, really, we've been batting this idea backwards and forwards. And kind of, we're going to do it, and then it's just drifted into it, and we haven't got round to it. Anyway, last month, was it, we just said, right, come on, let's bite the bullet, let's do it. Yeah?
Pull our socks up, get to work.
Get to do it and do it, yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing in the future, but for now, today, here we are at Kelly's.
Hey.
Yeah, my dog minding duties do not include Fridays anymore because Gigi's daddy's changed his job. So I've now got Fridays free, which enables me to come down when I want to in a taxi down to Kelly's, which I've never been able to do before. And also the boys are at school.
I know.
So it's peace, perfect peace.
I keep half expecting a phone call though. I've got the phone next to me because Jamal had a fever last night. So it broke, so I sent him to school still.
Yeah.
He's still a bit poorly, he's got a cold. So I just told him if he gets worse, let me know. So I might have to leg it down, you can house sit for me, you can cat sit.
But he did say that he didn't want to come home, didn't he?
Yeah, he said he loves that school now. He started there on Wednesday and he was like, I don't want you to come and get me.
Yeah, it's nice when they like school, isn't
right.
it?
Stay sick in school, it's fine.
Let's hope he still likes school in another couple of weeks' time, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I've had some mail, and I need to say a great big wonderful thank you to Isabella. And she's got the most wonderful handwriting, hasn't she?
Yeah.
In the world, yeah.
Gorgeous writing.
Yeah, she sent me a little gift card, and I won't show you what she's put, but just her handwriting is so gorgeous. Beautiful. So thank you very much, Isabella. You won't see one of the things because Kelly's already using it, aren't you?
Oh, I'm going to take a picture and I'll show them the picture on my phone.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you as well, because it's great.
I've got a little bag. I keep losing the little zapper thing for the phone. Keep losing it. So she's made myself and Kelly little bags to tie onto the tripod. But as I've forgotten to bring my tripod today, mine is not fastened onto it. So anyway, I opened up the box. And inside it, she sent me some lovely flowers. So that's a little yellow one that's got beads on it. I'll take a photograph of them if you want to see them close up. And a little pink flower with leaves. She's left me all the tails hanging at the back so I can tie them on. And I've got a beautiful, I think it's pansy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely pansy done in purples and yellows. As I say, I'm going to put a photograph on my webpage that shows them in detail. A nice little brightly coloured one with a button in the centre.
She really has picked some really nice designs, hasn't she?
Yeah, and we're thinking this is a fish. We were hoping it wasn't a cactus, Isabella, but I think it's a fish. And what else have I got? A little yellow daisy, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, my favourite flower, that.
And a little yellow flower as well. And then she also very kindly sent me a little, hostess soap, which smells gorgeous, and some hand cream, I think this is. I haven't got my glasses on to give it to Kelly to read.
Natural locust. It's in Japanese.
A bit of hand cream, I think.
Yeah.
And then some little bee buttons. Again, I'll take photos of these so you can see them up close. And a little, what's we got in here? It's a little brooch that's a little cat brooch. I will take photographs of these so you can see them up closer. So that's what we got. So thank you very much, Isabella.
Yeah, thank you. And there's my, ignore all the washing behind it, but there's my little remote hanger.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So that's what we've got from Isabella. So I've brought my crochet, and what have you got to?
I've not got anything finished, but I have started making the Joelle sweater by Making Do Crew. So that's what it is.
Is it a paid for pattern or free?
It's a free pattern on the website, but if you want to get the PDF, then you have to pay. I think it's $2.99.
Reasonable though.
It is, and I prefer to have, I get my headaches, I don't want digital copies of everything.
But some of them you can't, because some patterns I've bought, I mean, they've been very reasonably priced, but they've been about 15 pages long.
Yeah, well, these do have a lot of pages, but I only get, I only print off the written part.
Yeah, the cherry part.
There's like another 7 pages of, in-depth close photos of the different stages.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to look that up, I'd rather just quickly look on my digital copy.
Yeah.
It's like a 2-second glance, isn't it, where, versus how much ink.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem,
But it's very well written out that you don't really need to look at
the pictures, yeah. I mean, I've got some patterns that have been like $6 and stuff like that, and there's been no details on them.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, I've just paid all that money for that. Not taking anything away from the designers, but I think if you're going to charge $6 and $8 for a pattern, that you should give a bit more in-depth instructions.
Yeah, especially when there's different designers out there who do a lower price but much higher quality.
Yeah.
There's, when you're comparing things,
I mean, to me it's relative. I mean, if you're going to charge, say, like $4 for a pattern, and it's got lots of instructions, then more people are going to buy it because they don't mind spending like, $4 or something like that.
Yeah.
But when you're getting to be like $6 and $8 and there's not much instruction with them,
yeah,
then people are thinking, not paying that. So I think the designers, I'm all in favour of designers being paid because they do an awful lot of work. I mean, you've made up patterns. I haven't, so I can't speak. But I know there's a lot of work goes into designing patterns, getting them checked, getting them tested and stuff like that.
And there's a big cost layout before you even start making money from patterns.
Yeah. But even so, I think if they lowered their prices slightly to say, like, $4, $5 even, and they'd sell more. I've looked at some patterns and they're really, really simple designs, and they're wanting $6, $8, and I'm thinking, I can do that myself.
Yeah, especially those where, you could kind of recreate it just by looking at the picture.
Yeah.
And then they want to charge you that money and they're like, really? Yeah. I know how to do it, I've just seen your very clear picture.
I mean, I'm terrible about that. I just look at things and think, I can do that, I don't need to buy the pattern.
I'm the same.
I mean, this one I'm sort of, funny enough, we're sort of doing a similar stitch, Kelly and I, at the moment, quite by chance. This one I'm doing is, I saw this lady who's making them, gosh, I can't think of her name now. I'll have to put it in the comments below. And, but she made it, and she was very, very loose, and it was very, very baggy and loose. Now, I know Kelly's telling me that's the fashion, but to me, I'm always frightened that if I make anything that's that loose, and somebody washes it and it like plunges down to their knees, you know, will they then sort of not want that, you know?
But as I keep telling her, she's overthinking it. Like, if it's okay when it gets to you, who cares how they wash it? That's their issue. You did your job. Your job isn't to wash it for them.
Yeah. Anyway,
I'll knock her into shape.
I will tell you, underneath, I can't remember whose pattern this is, but she's made a lot of them, but she's made hers like oversized, so that they like go off the shoulder like that. And it's supposed to have some like mesh stitches like around the neck. I mean, this isn't finished, as you can see. I've only got half of one front done, but that's the general idea of it. You do it all in one, which I like, because there's no shoulder seam, no anything. And I'll be doing the sleeves for that. So that's what I'm doing at the present moment. And Kelly's doing, you're going to show what you're doing, huh?
Yeah, we kind of just
We're kind of
jumped
doing
this, didn't we? We flip-flopped.
a similar kind of stitch she's doing, yeah?
Yeah, so this is from the picture that I showed you. I'm using, what am I using? King Cole Riot Chunker. So this one is in Candy Floss. And I'm going to do another one in Turkish Delight. I can't, it might be blown out. But that's what the design's like. Now this, I did all this yesterday on the wrong hook size. So I had to restart again.
So why is that the wrong hook size? Is it too small or too?
It's too small. I feel like there's different designers who design within, you know, under Make and Do Crew. Because the other ones that I've made, to get the gauge, I've had to go down one needle, like one hook size. Like not even half size, just one whole hook size. But for this one I did that and then it ended up being much smaller. So I had to go back up to the size 10. And even then the gauge isn't spot on, it's still a bit small. But, you know, just tiny bit of a pull and then like, it's like fact of a couple of millimetres.
But just, I mean, like this, I had to put more chain on.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing mine in a tighter tension. I just measured the size I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's just such a simple pattern. You know, that you can just kind of adjust, can't you?
You can, very easily.
I mean, we're great adjusters.
We get fudges.
Fudge.
We love to fudge the patterns.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's because it's in chunking on a 10mm, it's going to work up pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know, I'm absolutely rubbish at using a too big hook. I know it's my hands that won't grip it properly.
Do you know what though, it's strange, when I was doing it in the 9mm, it was okay. Now I'm on the 10, I feel like I'm having to work harder.
Yeah, that's what I do. My sort of range usually is between 5mm and maybe 7mm.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy with. I mean, I have done
campfires on the 7 and that was quite
nice. I have done 8mm when I've been doing, you know, stoles and shawls. But by and large, I'm not happy on a big hook. You know, I've got hooks that look like you're going to poke the fire with them. You know, they're really massive hooks. I can't use them so good.
No, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. And what I've just finished, I took pictures of them, but they came out so bright because it was sunshiny. Sunshine. And so I thought I'd show it you. Now, as Nathan pointed out, I did make a mistake when I was making this.
Good old Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan. That I haven't put black around the edges of the squares. But as I've made quite a few squares, I thought, no, I'm just going to leave it as it is. So it is finished off now. I will get pictures taken, hopefully, while I'm at Kelly's, because the light's better here, of the Granny Takes a Trip. So this one has turned out smaller, but it's not everybody's big like me. And I haven't done those huge sleeves. I know people said to me, oh, why don't you do them? But they're just, you knock everything off with them.
They're so impractical.
Yeah, they really are. I mean,
they're good to look at as like a presentation piece, but to actually wear around the house and do things with.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I have made like the insert in the side, which does help, you know,
that's pretty cute.
To give a bit of width across. So anyway, I'm going to take photographs while I'm here at Kelly's because her light is brilliant at the moment. So that's what it's going to be like. But it is a small size one. But this will be going on our new webpage. Complete with the Frida Kahlo jacket I've just finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've both of us got lots of things that we've finished. and not put anywhere for sale, haven't we? You've got boxes.
Do you even want to sit? I'm going to show them. I'm going to shame myself. Right, this is, you let me know when they can see it.
Yeah.
All of that, them boxes, the bags, all of it, is things that I need to take pictures of and list.
Yeah.
I've brought it down to kind of...
And I'm not...
So it's not out of sight, out of mind anymore.
And the bottom box like that, I've got about 4 of those, so full of stuff. I've just brought one bag full here. Well, I'm not going to show you, you're blind all the time. But I've bought one bag full that we're going to be taking photos of. It's what I finished off recently. Obviously I've got bags and bags upstairs of things that were previously listed on Etsy, but I've let them slide. They're not listed on Etsy, most of them now anymore. Because I was just paying for nothing really.
Yeah.
I mean, we've always sold things like through word of mouth or through our videos. People seeing things on Instagram and things like that. I can't say that Etsy's ever done me any promotions.
Even when I did pay for the advertising, I didn't get any extra clicks.
No. It was just
money down the drain for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think Etsy's got so big now that little crafters like myself and Kelly, we don't stand a chance really. We're trying to compete against the big boys, the big girls. And, you know, they're all about free postage this, advertising that, you know. We make one garment at a time, don't we?
Yeah.
You know, we're not mass produced. I mean, to me, I think Kelly feels the same. If we had to mass produce things, that it would take the shine off things.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to make the same thing over and over? Even me, when I'm in love with a pattern, I will make about 5 of them. But then I won't make it again for like a decade or something.
Yeah.
Because it just kills it. But, you know, once you're in the moment, it's fine.
Yeah.
But if someone said to me, you need to make 5 of those, even though you love the pattern, I'd be like, yeah, really? Don't think so, love.
No, I don't know. I mean, hats, you don't mind making, you know, a few hats the same, in different colours, obviously.
Yeah.
But even so, that gets a bit wearing. You want to choose a different pattern, don't you? And
yeah, of course
slightly
you do.
different. So I would never like to be in a situation where somebody said, oh, yeah, I'll have a dozen of those hats.
Yeah.
And can you do them, like, for such a date? That, to me, would be like being a little machine, and it would take the pleasure.
Even though we've created the website to sell our products and, you know, to make some money, we don't want it to feel like an actual job.
No.
You know, it sounds really backwards, that, doesn't it? But,
yeah.
you know, it's still our passion, it's still what we love to do, and we don't want to knock that love out of our systems.
No, we don't want to be too...
We want it to pay us a little bit.
Yeah, it'd be nice to
eke
out the pension a bit, you know.
Yeah.
But I like to create different things, and it would just take the joy out of it for me if I had to. That's why I stopped doing orders, really. I mean, Kelly will do orders, but I don't do orders, basically. Because I kept getting asked to do things I didn't want to do. And for me, it just killed the Crojo. It just, you know, I thought, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to just do... If somebody wants something I've done in a different colour and I've enjoyed doing the pattern, I'm not averse to doing that. But it's just when somebody says they see a little crop top or something that's for like a teenager, and they say, yeah, can I have it in a 6X, you know, but they want it for the same price, and I'm like...
And thinner yarn.
And thinner yarn, and can I have it in cotton? And I'm like, well, you know, it's going to cost you like 3 times as much. Yeah. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, you know, it's 3 times the amount of hours I'm going to spend doing it, because, you know, it's such a bigger thing.
Yeah.
And people just don't understand that when they're doing a custom order that it's going to be at a different price. You know, I mean, I've previously undersold myself so often, finished up making nothing from my sales because Etsy's been taking a percentage, PayPal's been taking a percentage. By the time I've taken off the cost of the yarn, I've been finishing up with sort of like £10 for making a whole garment, and I'm thinking, no, I'm not prepared to do that anymore.
Yeah, and at least now that money just goes straight back into our website.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like we pay ourselves the fees that go to ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, we've discussed all this in great detail for the last 12 months, really, haven't we?
Yeah.
About the cost of a web page as opposed to the cost that we're paying for Etsy.
Yeah.
And we think that it's worthwhile to do it that way, because whatever effort we're going to put into our webpage will be for our benefit and not for a big cheese that's going to just make profit out of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, for a while we may not make any profit because we've been ploughing the profits back into the business to expand the business. But that's a risk we've discussed we're going to take, aren't we?
Yeah, well, at the minute we're not making profit anyway through Etsy because everything goes to them. Even if when we don't make a sale in the month, we've still got fees to go to them for relisted things.
Yeah.
You know, so at least that money is just going to go straight back to us. But I did want to mention one thing that we are doing, you know, while we were speaking on terms of custom orders. We are going to have a listing within our webpage, specifically for if we accept a custom order, then there's going to be a £20 non-refundable deposit. Because people just cancel things and you've already bought the yarn, you've already started working on it, and you know, we can't afford to lose out anymore, can we?
I've had that happen to me about 3 times in the past.
Yeah, and it's heartbreaking because that money's come out of your pocket. You're not an insured business, you know, you're not like Tesco's, you can recoup losses like that. You know, this is coming from our grocery bills or, you know.
Yeah, it's happened to me 2 or 3 times and they've chosen a different colour that maybe is not popular. So I've been putting it on my web page and my Etsy page, and nobody's been interested because they wanted a specific size and they wanted a specific colour. And then when it comes to the crunch, they just disappear and they just vanish without a trace, and they don't pay you. And before I used to trust people. I never asked for a deposit or anything. Which is why I prefer to just put things up that I've made and hope people like it.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Kelly is more up for, you know, doing an order or 2. But like we say, whatever we get requested, it's up to us whether we accept the order, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I won't work on things like if you tell me to make a pattern or ask me to make a pattern, sorry, and I just don't like it, I'm just going to say, no, I'm not doing it, I'm sorry. Because then I'll end up losing my crojo, and I don't want to do that. It's like with the Frida, I'm just not finishing that because I'm not enjoying it. I don't want to lose my... Yeah, she's going to finish it for me. But you know, you don't want to work on things that you don't want to work on because it's going to lose your passion for whatever else you want to work on.
Yeah, the last...
You know, it's so hard to get that motivation back.
The last custom order I made, I didn't like the pattern stitch, I didn't like the pattern.
Yeah.
And it took me forever to do it, and I couldn't understand my customer was getting a bit cross with me because it was taking so long. But I had to force myself to do, you know, like a few rows each evening, and I thought, no, I'm not doing this anymore.
It's not worth it.
It just completely killed my enjoyment, absolutely killed it. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that anymore.
But that's the beauty, like we've got a page on our website for getting in touch with us, and it's like a custom order form. So you enter your details, you put in the message what you want, and it comes to us, and then we can either choose to accept or decline. So hopefully no one will get insulted if no one accepts, but you know, it's got to work for us.
Yeah.
You know, whatever we work on has to work for us, and you know, if we just can't do it, then we can't do it. We would rather lose out on the money that we would earn from it.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of that happiness.
And also, like, people don't understand, like, if they, you know, sort of show us a pattern and say, I want this, and it's a picture and not a pattern.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that you've seen in a magazine or a shop or something like that. And, like, they could be a very large lady, for example. I'm not moaning because I'm a large lady myself. But they don't understand how much work that involves if you're a big lady.
Yeah.
And that, you know, you should have to understand that we'd have to charge you accordingly. Because we can't charge by the hour as it would be, well, we couldn't charge by the hour for what we should be charging by the hour.
Yeah.
Because...
See, I do charge by the hour, but I don't charge like, you know, what we should, if you go out to work on a normal job, I don't charge the rate that, you know, you'd get.
Yeah, we don't charge the working rate, the minimum wage, we don't charge that.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly has a set... you know, price per hour type thing. I don't, because I'm a much slower crocheter.
Yeah. See, I feel more comfortable because I am pretty fast. Like, you know, once I sit down and get my head down with something, I can spend like 5 hours working on something constantly.
Yeah.
And just get things out.
Yeah. Whereas I have a different method of crocheting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I look after Gigi during the day, the little dog, and I can't crochet a lot when he's around because he wants to sit on me. So like if I'm crocheting anything in black, for example, it gets covered in dog hair. So I have to choose my moments when I can actually sit and crochet, which is usually in the evenings when, you know, Gigi's gone home. Or if I manage to get outside on the decking when it's nice, because Gigi's not sitting on me. So I can manage to crochet then because there's no dog hairs going on anything. Believe me, if you've got animals, you know that's a pain of your life is dog hair.
I know. Even with the cat, I'm like, rascal, Mummy's working.
Yeah, I mean, Gigi can be nowhere near me. And yet I can look at her and think, where's that come from? And I'm there like, picking dog hair. Oh, it makes me sound very unprofessional, but I'm not. So as I say, we work on different methods. I work on a price per garment. I can't work on a price per hours because it takes me a lot longer than Kelly to do something because my time is limited into little patches.
Yeah.
Whereas Kelly can charge by the hour and you get a...
But I also have a cut off though. I mean, if it gets too pricey and I'm thinking, wow, then, you know, I'll stop charging at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm not a thief, I don't want to rob anyone. It's like, it's not even robbing, like, you know, you deserve that money per hour, don't you? I mean, if you went out to work, you get that, if not more.
Yeah.
But, you know, you just feel more comfortable, you know, not going over a certain band, like, stopping at a certain point.
Stopping at a certain point.
Yeah.
I mean, like this jacket I've just finished, I couldn't have charged for that per hour because it just took me forever to do it. Well, in my eyes, it took me forever to do it. But it didn't in other people's eyes, you know, they think I've done it quite fast. But, yeah, if I'd have said, all right, I'm going to charge so much an hour for that, you know, you're talking like about £1,000, which realistically nobody would want to spend. Yeah, we do have... I mean, I've got to get out of the habit of pricing things out I would want to pay because I don't have a lot of money, so, you know, I've got to get out of the habit of undervaluing my time and undervaluing myself.
Yeah.
I've got to get out of the habit of that, you know, and I've got to have more confidence in myself, more faith in myself.
Well, that helps with us two doing this site because, you know, what the other lacks, even though we're both lacking, you know, that area, we'll also motivate each other in that area. We'll also, you know, say, no, it's worth more than that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So we'll push each other.
Yeah. Oh, she's got a message. Let's hope it's not Jamal.
Oh no, lifesosavoury.com. DIY rope basket tutorial. There's a proper crafter phone.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Had Hobby been pinged me before.
I need a different phone again. My phone's gone doolally again. Anyway, my son's brought me another one of his cast-offs, which is charging, so he's going to come around and put everything on my new phone for me. So, once again, I'll be trying to find everybody's phone numbers again, because every time my phone dies, for some reason, my phone numbers don't save to the SIM. They save to my phone, so when my phone dies, all my phone numbers go. I mean, I'm limited now. I've got about 6 phone numbers in my phone. And I'm thinking, well, obviously the other people have never rung me. So they can't be that important, can they?
No.
So, the important people in my life, like Sue. I spoke to Sue, by the way. She's doing very, very well. She's still trying to garden an acre and acre, whatever it is, a garden she's got.
She won't have much longer to do that, will she, before the frost
No,
sets
the frost will set in, yeah. But I mean, she can still plant some winter veggies or something. I think they've got a greenhouse.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, so, but she's got a she shed. She's absolutely full of yarn.
She shed.
She shed. And she was thrilled to bits because she rang me yesterday and said, "You're never going to guess what's happened. I ordered from Ice and it came the day after."
Bloody good feeling that.
So I have ordered from Kemp's, but not for myself. I'm starting now on the Christmas presents.
It didn't come the day after though, did it?
No, it won't come the day after from Kemp's. So I've ordered from Kemp's just the colours to do the unicorn blanket for my great niece. So I thought I'd better start my Christmas presents early.
Yeah.
So I'm making her a unicorn blanket because she's crazy about unicorns. So
And you're so crazy about blankets.
thankfully she's only 4 years old and I'm not making her a bed blanket. I'm making
Yeah,
a lap sofa blanket for her. You know, they travel up and down from London to Manchester quite a lot in the car. So I thought if they want to nap or something, you know, on the way up in the car seats, then this will be a little blanket she can put round her, you know.
Yeah, and that won't be too much. It'd just be like doing an adult sized top, the front and back, won't it? Put them together.
Yeah. I mean, I think I showed you on my last video, I haven't shown the book to Kelly yet, there's a gorgeous, like, Ruana poncho sweater done in, like, cables and that. I just couldn't do it. It's like making two blankets and stitching them together at the top. I made my sister-in-law one a few years back. It was gorgeous. It was like a purpley kind of aubergine colour.
Nice.
Oh, and it was beautiful. It was like done in patterns and stuff, but the length of time it took me. I thought, oh, and she really loved it when I'd done it, so it was worth it in the end. But
So you're not doing one for the shop?
no. Take it away, Kelly. It's like Kelly's been wanting to make blankets for the boys' beds, and we keep putting it off, don't we?
I don't want to. I have to. I've promised them. But I don't want to. I might just get all my chunkies down.
Yeah.
Double them up. Because I've got that 15mm hook that you gave me.
Yeah. Well, I've just brought her
just
some.
do one on that.
I've just brought her some grey chunkies, so you can stick that in there, can't you?
Yeah.
In with the kids.
And I've got loads of white and brown upstairs. I'm sure they're going to love that being young boys.
Yeah, but Jamal likes greys, don't he, and things. He chooses things with grey, don't he?
Yeah.
Darker colour.
Yeah, he does.
So there's quite a few balls then, actually. You can start doing the blanket with the grey.
I'm not doing a blanket with that. It's too nice.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll do something in the shop with that. I don't like the brown and white that I've got up there.
That's why I probably get the cast-offs.
Always.
No,
But, you know, in my opinion, right, the way I see it is, they're 5 and 6, well, Jamal will be 7 in 2 weeks, but they're still too young to keep things nice and clean and everything else. And, you know, a lot of time and work and even money and yarn goes into blankets.
yeah.
So they can make do until they're old enough and they can buy one from our website.
I hope you give mates rates for your family.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm not the yarn off for them.
Plus the fact that, you know, when they're little, they've got sharp things like toys in their hands, so they like pull a great loop in everything, don't they?
They do, and they never just leave blankets on beds. It's coming upstairs, downstairs, it's trailing everywhere, getting filthy, getting all, I can't think of the word for it now, where it all rubs together and masses.
Pills up,
pills up. And,
yeah.
you know, when they're younger, they don't need something bought especially to make really nice and perfect, unless it's like a gift for a birthday or something.
Yeah.
When you're just making it just for the sake of making it, they can just have what's in the house.
Yeah, yeah. And
That sounds a bit less tight, doesn't it?
I hope the video hasn't cut off. We've not been on 30 minutes now because the video lost.
Oh no.
No.
No, it should be alright. Does it say it on it?
No, I don't think it does it? I can't sort this camera out.
Oh, it has, because it's back onto 3:30.
Oh, goodness. Well, we'll have to...
It'll be part 1, part 2.
Part 1, part 2. Yeah, we might as well carry on.
I mean, I've rambled a bit, have we? What have we actually talked about?
Not a lot. Not a lot. We've given our reasons why we're doing the new web page.
Yeah.
We've shown what...
Now I've got...
Oh, gosh.
My house is freezing.
I've got my big jacket on, so I'm okay.
I've got the heating on and all.
My heating turned itself on. It's only in the middle of the night for some reason. I need to get him back because it's actually leaking a little bit at the bottom of the boiler. So, my new boiler. Wouldn't be me, would it? There's not a snag. So, so yeah. So I've got one of my indigo moon jackets on today. I hardly ever wear them, and I think, why do you keep them in the cupboard if you don't wear them?
Yeah.
But you see, it's black velvet, and of course with Gigi, I've still got a jacket hanging up there that needs a good brushing because I wore a black velvet jacket, I call it like a Beatles jacket with buttons down it, and it's absolutely full of dog hair. I've even thought of putting it through the washer, you know, just to get the hair off of it.
And it's velvet.
Velvet, yeah.
Put it in the machine.
Velvet.
Don't put it in the machine.
Well, I hand wash it.
No, it's really nice. Let's see how she dresses up for me now. I've not even put makeup on.
I've put a bit of makeup on, even though I did get up late. I knew I was coming to Kelly's. Fortunately, I'd got everything ready the night before that I was going to bring. Yeah. So I sort of woke up. It was like 7 o'clock, and I thought, no, another half hour, I'll be fine. And then it was like, oh, what time is it? Fortunately, I had a shower yesterday, so at least I didn't have to dive in the shower this morning. So I had a quick wash and put my stuff on, and I was dressed in black because we wanted to take some photographs, so I thought black's a good backdrop for colours, you know, to model my jacket also.
Well, I was going to dress in black for the same reason, but then I realised I've lost weight. My pants are a size 16 and I'm a size 12. I was like, no, the kind of pictures that we would get if I wore them would not be for our webpage.
Droopy. Yeah, I haven't lost any weight, as you probably noticed. I found the perfect diet that just keeps my weight stable. But unfortunately...
Yeah, but not many people can say that, can they?
No, but unfortunately I don't lose any weight on it, you know. But I'm not putting it on, so that's a good thing. In the last couple of years I haven't put a pound on. But I haven't lost any. And I was supposed to be. For the sake of my knees and my hips and everything that aches. And my back, I'm supposed to be losing weight, but hey ho. At least I'm not piling it on.
Exactly. Are we wearing the same shoes?
Yeah, near enough. Yeah. Except mine's got a V and yours has got an insert, yeah.
Yeah.
She's got black boots on. No, brown boots on, and I've got black boots on. But they're very, very similar. Yeah. We don't dress alike, honest.
She's a copycat.
She's a cheeky soul. I've had these boots for years. I'm on my
second 2 weeks.
I'm on my second pair actually, because I had a pair almost identical to these that I wore out. Because I don't know why ankle boots just seem to hold my ankles straighter.
Right.
You know, I'm a bit dodgy on my walking. And when I wear ankle boots, they hold me up. More support. If I'm wearing shoes, I tend to sort of wobble about more.
Right, see, I find ankle boots uncomfortable. These were just the cheapest ones in Asda on the day I was there. I like knee highs. With these, they're hurting my shins.
Well, knee high, because I've got such chubby legs, because I've got like lymphedema in my legs, that's why you never see them. And I can't get... My Doc Martens fit. They're the only ones that fit up to my knees. And it's just because they've got elastic and they've got laces that you can let out, you know. I have to sort of with a zip, but...
I used to love my Doc Martens. They were so
I love my Doc Martens.
Those are my Rockports. I wish that, you know, Rockports are still in fashion.
Yeah, I love my Doc Martens, but I have to have about a half-hour notice to put them on. I have to get the shoe horn to get my foot into the Doc Martens, and then I have to... The left leg, the zip goes up no problem, but the right leg I have to sort of, you know, zip, 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 zip.
It's like having a baby in the house then, isn't it, really? You can't just like get up and go.
No.
There's so much to do before you can leave.
And then my niece comes and I'm trying to put my Docs on, she always says, give them here, and she has them on my legs like in no time. She said, I can't bear to see you struggling with your shoe on.
I used to be able to do that.
I used to be able to do that. Because standing up on one leg is kind of like an impossibility for me. And yet I can't put them on when I'm sitting down.
Right.
So I've got a technique where I lean on the window bottom and lean on the wall while I've got the shoe horn and pull the boot on.
So you could really apply for certain disability, couldn't you? All that gymnastics.
Yeah, I've got certain parts of the house I have to lean on to get certain items on. You know, it's funny. Oh, and I'm thinking, oh, this is so, you know, not amusing. But we were just talking about this before. You have to find humour in your life. You can't just be miserable. I mean, I get it some days and everything hurts and aches, and you know, it's so easy to say, oh God, woe is me.
It is, but then that feeds into how you feel, and you end up feeling even worse after it.
I mean, I was talking to Tony yesterday about, at my time of life, I'm 73, going on 74, each day could be my last. I know it sounds morbid and I hope to be here when I'm 90, but each day could be my last, so why would I spend it being miserable?
Yeah.
You know, I would rather sort of go out and think, well, I had a good day, you know. I'm ready to go now, I had a good day. But I wouldn't want to get up every morning and go, oh my God, woe is me. it's terrible today. I'm feeling so miserable today.
You'll end up in the loony bin if you're like that.
I know.
It's just, it's pointless. I mean, yeah, everyone has those days where you get up and you're like,
Oh God, yeah, I do, yeah.
You know, and you need to take your pain meds. And, you know, I'm the same with myself, especially in weathers like this where you wake up and you can't move your back until your pills have kicked in.
Yeah.
But, you know, if you spend your day like that, you're going to spend your day so miserable, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. But at least if you try and put a smile on your face, I mean, you know what they say, if you smile, it kind of...
It does, it's endorphins.
It releases endorphins,
it does, absolutely,
it just makes you feel...
I mean, I get
a
up
bit better, not top of the world, but a little bit, and a little bit is everything.
I get up in the morning and I kind of like decide I'm going to have a good day. I know that sounds a bit daft, but I decide it's going to be a good day. I can be in agony, but it's going to be a good day, you know.
I rely on.
Yeah, but if I sit down like this, I'm not in any pain. So my attitude is like, well, you just sit down. You know, the house is a mess, but you know, I've ceased to be as worried about it as I used to be. I used to like stress out because I couldn't do this on that particular day, couldn't do that one. Now I can't do anything on any particular day. I've had to learn to just accept.
Yeah.
And just say, well, you know, is it important in the scheme of things?
That's the thing. Is it really that important?
Are they going to put on my gravestone, like, you know, she was a wonderful cleaner? No. I'd rather have them say, she was a lot of fun.
This was a crafter's house, nink nink nudge nudge.
Yeah. I'd rather say she was great fun. You know, she was this or she was a great crocheter. I'd rather they put that on my gravestone rather than she was a miserable cat.
She was a batty mare.
Moaned the whole day long, you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I must admit, when I get up out of the chair when I'm home, I go, ah!
No, you're bound to. I mean, it's not like your aches and pains are fake, is it? You're always going to feel it.
Yeah. I often wonder what next door must think, because it's the sort of same groan when I get out of the chair. It's like,
She's drilling holes again.
What's she doing in there next door? Yeah. And then sometimes I'll walk into the kitchen and I walk and I'm going, this is not funny. This is not funny today. Now, come on, Janet. I talk to myself the whole day long, yeah.
See, I don't talk to myself, but I'll talk to the kettle. You're not going bloody fast enough today, are you? I'm waiting.
No, I talk to my back when I'm walking in and I'm leaning on something and I'm going, this is not funny. I've had enough of this today. Now come on, behave yourself. I've had my pain pills. What more do you want? You know?
They do say, don't like you talk to yourself or inanimate objects is the first sign of craziness, but I always think if they talk back to you, that should be the first sign of craziness.
No, I do. I lecture myself, you know, and I'll say something like, this is not good enough, you know. Stop moaning, stop whinging. Nothing's going to change now, get on with it.
Yeah.
This is why I give myself pep talks the whole day long. You know, or I'll say, oh, this is not funny. This is not funny today.
Do you know what, Lord Jamal does that with himself? He'd be upstairs in his room if he's tidying the room, he's like, Jamal!
Yeah.
You're so stupid, you're just not doing it. And I'm like, Jamal, there's no other Jamal in there. He's like, talking to me, mother.
Yeah.
Alright.
I talk to myself. I talk to myself all the time. And when I'm lean, I mean, it tickles me when I watch Kelly's videos when she's doing her housework and that. And she's washing up and she's got long sleeves on. I have to put my sleeves up to my elbows like that. And even then I get wet because I have to lean on the sink like that to wash the dishes, so I get wet up to my elbows and sometimes past, you know, and I'm thinking, oh, and I'm like leaning over like when I'm washing dishes, and I'm like, they gave me a seat, right, they gave me, that's one thing I did get for free, they gave me a tall seat, but I don't have a hole underneath the sink where I can put my knees under, so I've got to sit sideways on the seat to wash the dishes, which hurts my back even more.
Yeah.
So that's
a bit
pointless. It's the same, they said, oh, you can sit down while you peel the potatoes and things like that. Again, I can't put my knees anywhere near. I'd have to have a tray or something, because I can't put my knees under anything. And I don't have a kitchen table, so that's great, isn't it, you know? My kitchen is one of those, like, it should be in a tiny house.
Yeah.
It's just like a little square with things all the way around it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it suits me, but it's not very conducive if you've got any problems where you have to sit down.
No, it's kind of like a third of the size of this living room. And if you've seen my living room, then, you know, it's not the biggest thing in the world. I mean, I think your living room is bigger than mine, isn't it?
No, I think it's probably about the same. Probably about the same, I would say, yeah. I've got so much furniture in mine, though. My son goes mad, but I have furniture everywhere because it's like, how can I put it? If I fall, which I do quite frequently,
Yeah.
I've always got something to fall on. That's my logic. If I had big empty spaces, then I would fall on the floor, and then I can't get up. But while my furniture's strategically placed, there's always somewhere I can stagger to and fall in.
See, for me, I like the big empty spaces because there's not enough, and there's not as much to clean. Because even now I can't keep on top of things. I messaged Dan this morning, I was like, good morning, just a little apology before you arrive, ignore the mess, I was up all night with Jamal with his fever,
Yeah.
and I'm just too tired to even start tidying up.
And I replied like you're talking to me. I have to apologise to everybody that comes to my house because, you know, they're lucky if they can find anywhere to sit down. You know, it's just one of those places.
I was sat here and I was like, I should really at least sweep the floor, and I was like,
Do you know what? But I haven't even noticed.
I'm too tight.
I'm a crafter, I don't notice these things, Kelly, you know. I'm not one of these people who goes, ooh, she hasn't hoovered today, or she hasn't done that. No, I don't bother, because I know my house is just, you know. You've either got to choose, haven't you, being house proud, housewife, keeping on top of everything, which in my
Some days
case,
you just don't care.
but in my case it takes me that long to do every chore that I would have no time left in the day to do any crafting.
Yeah.
Because even washing dishes can take me forever because I have to keep leaning and washing a dish at a time and then pushing it over there, you know. No, I live clean. Anybody living near that wants to volunteer to come and clean my house, make yourself at home. Make yourself at home. Yeah. My friend came the other day to collect some baby buttons because I was giving her some buttons out with the carriage because I've got hundreds of things. And she brought her son, a grown-up son, and he pushed the hoover around, but when he went in to get the hoover, he said, is this your hoover? I go, vacuum. He said it should be on the Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, but it works really well though, doesn't
It
it?
does, it
Oh
picks
my
up
gosh.
everything, it's so heavy to push.
Even the sound, like, it sounds like when I was younger and my granddad and my grandma was hoovering.
Yeah. It's
brilliant.
my wedding present hoover. And I would have been married 51 years this year, so.
And I've been about 7 since the time that, you know, you've had that.
Oh, I've had different hoovers, yeah. I've had different, supposedly, allegedly, better hoovers, that, and I still go back to the old
Modern.
modern hoovers that don't pick up anything. So he said if he comes back down again with his mum, he's going to bring his Henry Hoover. I said, be my guest.
You start a collection.
Yeah, no, he's not bringing it for me, he's just going to bring it while he hoovers for me.
Ah. Those Henry Hoovers are meant to be really good.
Well, he said he are. I can't use those when, you know, it's my back, it gets me.
Yeah.
You know, you have to lean over when they've got a tube thing on the end.
Yeah.
I can't use them.
See, I really want the Dyson V8 or even the Dyson V7, but they're a few £100. But I really like the cordless ones. Now I've had this cordless one.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go back to corded.
No, I'd rather spend £100 on a queen. That brings her own Hoover. She'd probably resign after she pushed my Hoover around the house. It's so heavy. Yeah. I mean, my daughter-in-law left me a Electrolux one that was a light one, but it didn't pick up anything.
Yeah.
Oh, she got another message. Anything interesting?
Argos.
Argos?
Yeah.
I don't get it. I get emails, but I don't get.
Hi, you recently had an Argos delivery and would like to get your feedback on your delivery driver.
Oh.
It's just a few short questions, thanks.
I get them all the
No,
time.
thank
They
you.
annoy me. I buy loads of
Thanks.
patterns off Etsy, and I haven't used them. And I get these about 2 days later after you've bought a pattern, crochet pattern. I get this would you give your impressions of the feedback on this? I haven't had time to start it. I don't know what the pattern looks, you know. I mean, yeah, it's picture. So
Yeah.
I won't leave a feedback because I've not used it.
And I hate, like, on Amazon all the time, like, I'll check reviews for everything.
Mm.
But then when they've got it, like, oh yeah, it looks really good when I pulled it out of the box and I had a chance to use it again. Don't leave a bloody review then, like, you know, how's that helpful to me? Looks pretty out of the box.
Yeah.
Like, you know, tell me what it's like to use, like, tell me, you know, when you've had it a few months.
Well, that would
What
be
is that then?
that would be me because if when I buy a pattern, I might not use that pattern for ages.
Exactly. It's just pointless leaving a review when
yeah.
you've not used it.
I mean, I've bought 3 hat patterns recently, but obviously I haven't worked any of them out yet because I'm thinking I need to start making hat and scarf sets, you know, ready for winter and stuff. Not for me personally, I mean, you know, for the webpage.
That's what that grey one's going to be.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't like grey. There's something depressing about grey. I don't know why I bought grey.
I love it.
So I was looking through, but Kelly's going to hate me because I pulled the grey like that. And even when I got in bed last night, I could still hear things going, plop, plop,
Oh my
plop.
god. You've done
And
some
I'm like,
damage then.
oh no, I thought the whole of that corner, you know where you wedged everything in the corner? The whole of the corner's come down. And I thought,
The chunky ice corner.
the chunky ice corner's fallen down, yes.
Lovely.
And I've also got 2 big boxes of things that I've had since, not gifts, I'm saying gifts that I haven't got put away. So, but when my other order comes, my Kemp's, at least I'm going to start doing that because I'm going to start that blanket for this Christmas present.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that in between. It's one of those things I think I'm not going to sit and do it all the time. I'm going to sit and do a few rows and then, you know. I normally don't have that many works in progress. I normally only have 1 or 2 maximum. But I think that blanket will be something I'll just, you
Do
know,
a bit here and there.
doing a bit here and there. So that's...
Well, I'll probably come up to see you after Jamal's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I'll start your avalanche.
And my boxes.
Should ping the bum in chat.
Yeah, well, I want to get my Aaron down, but you know, for the other, what do you call it? Frida Kahlo cardigan, which right at the top.
Well, while I'm there, I could actually swap your Aaron for your cotton for this time of year.
Yeah.
And we can swap it back next time. Because
Yeah.
there's no use all that cotton being to hand when we're not going to
Yeah,
use
I've
it.
got baskets and
So
baskets
switch
of
'em.
purple. In fact, my friend that came for the buttons, she said, "Oh, I like the baskets." I said, "Wave fair with all the cottons in it." Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm not doing cottons at the moment, although I've got some cottons to take photographs of. So anyway, what time is 12:25? I think
Oh wow. Yeah.
I think we'll end this because we've got photos to take.
Yeah. I'm ordering Subway for lunch as well, so we'll put the order in.
Oh, coming in again. Ooh.
I told her she can come every day. She's bringing things for me.
We do swaps all the time. I'll be taking her Frida Kahlo half lug cardigan back because
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me.
Can't stand it.
She doesn't like finishing it off. It's more or less the basic parts done.
Yeah.
It's just all the extra little bits that's not done. That won't worry me. As long as you give me some yarn to do it, to finish it off with. That won't worry me.
Yeah, so I've done the backing and, you know, the sleeves.
Yeah.
No, that sleeve needs sewing together.
Yeah. And you also need the back. You need the back bit, don't you?
I've put the back bit on it.
What, the extra bit? Yeah.
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 And then it's the sleeve.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. Isn't that good? She worries too much.
I got all this done, right?
What? She's not leaving that, is she? No way.
I was just going to leave it or even just chuck it in the bin because I won't want to pull out them single rolls out. So I said to you, you can have it if you want it there.
I don't want it. I'll just finish it off. Yeah.
You know when something really annoys you though, you have to stop for your own sanity.
No, it
I
doesn't
can't
worry me.
stand working on it.
It might finish up with different pockets because I really don't like following that pattern. I mean, even that
Well,
lady,
just go with your own flow.
that lady that we watched the video of, that made one of those, she said the pattern for the pockets was hard to understand, and I'm glad she did because it was just me. Yeah, I was actually following. They gave me a chart and I couldn't follow the chart,
Really?
and the words didn't make much sense to me, and I'm thinking this is not right. So I don't know how come I made the first one I ever made because I must have just winged it. I'm a great one for doing that. I read a pattern and think, don't like that. Oh, we got a van. You're not getting any parcels, are you?
No.
No. Thought she was keeping
I
secrets.
think that looks like a BT van, doesn't it?
Oh, does it? Oh, he's moving now.
BT Open Reach.
Oh, right. Not done it.
Can't wait to not have BT anymore. Contract runs out in end of November, beginning of December. Can't wait.
I've got BT for my internet, but not for my house phone, which I never use. I pay I don't know how much for the line and the phone and that, and I never use the house phone.
No, there's a phone company, I think it is now, who's doing, they'll give you internet, but you don't need a landline, for your house.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to see what that's about.
The only person who phones me on landlines is the callback for the taxi when I ring the taxi. Or crank calls, your BT internet's going to get cut off if you don't do this. They've been telling me that for nearly 2 years now. Or there's been a charge against your MasterCard for £600. I'm like, well, they'll have a job.
Is there that much in it?
There's not that much in it, so they definitely wouldn't let you have a charge of £600 on my account.
Oh, that one that you had when we was on live. It was like, was you using my internet or something?
Oh yeah, the guy telling me I was stealing his internet, and I'm like,
I was like, did you do a lot? Because there's some weird outside the house.
So we stopped stealing my internet. I'm like, I've got my own internet, thank you, I don't want to steal yours. And I'm going, I think you got this wrong. I said, I've got my own internet, why would I want yours? And he was insistent I was stealing his internet.
And we was all just there watching on live.
I think it was a crank. Oh yeah, I get these, obviously at my time of life now, I get the funeral policies.
Yeah.
And the life insurance policies, and they're
Sun Life UK.
yeah, they really make you feel wanted, don't they? Have you arranged your funeral? No, I'm not dying yet. Thank you.
I'm gonna live forever.
I've got to live till I'm 100 because Sue says I have to, because she doesn't want to inherit all my wool.
Do you know what? They'd hang up on you. Crazy woman.
I know, I said to one woman, she phones up and she says something, and I goes, no. And she goes, what? I said, I'm not allowed money. And she goes, what? I said, my son looks after money because I'm not allowed money. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. And she hung up.
So mean.
I don't care. It's like when they say, has anybody in your house had an accident? And I say, I'll go and ask the dog. And they go, what? I said, well, that's the only other person in the house besides me is the dog. Do you want me to ask the dog if he's had an accident? And they go, no, thank you. Put the phone down.
So I just go, well, there will be in a minute if these kids don't do their bedroom. It's like, okay, bye.
Our Ian will keep him on the phone forever. You've had an accident. And he goes, oh, where was it? And they go, well, recently you were involved in an accident. He said, where? What's that? I don't remember that. Tell me where it was. And he goes on like that with them for ages.
They're probably thinking, yeah, head injury, yeah, we're going to get loads.
It's like me saying I'm not allowed money. They don't let me have money. And I say things like, I shouldn't even be answering the phone.
They probably don't know whether to call the police or not.
My friend is phone up and she's, oh, are you asking what I've done with the body? And they're going, what? She goes, you're not supposed to know about that.
Yeah, the patio's lovely.
And they go, yeah, right, thank you, madam. And they put the phone down.
Oh, that's brilliant.
We've got this repartee that we all use. Ian will wind them up. If he's in the mood, he'll wind them up for ages.
I'm kind of hoping I get a phone call now.
Yeah, so we can answer it together.
There you go, Jan.
Yeah. I told you how Ian used to have that answer, well, we used to have answer phones back in the day, physical answer phones. He used to do that thing from Monty Python. Oh no, you've done it again, you stupid person. You've rung again when we're not in. And he goes, if you're not too boring, would you leave your name, your address, whether you're going to be in or something, and your bank account details, and then we might get back to you depending on who you are. And we never got any messages because everybody used to be laughing at the other end, and we never got a message.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, you stupid person, you've rung again when we're not in.
You got a little sense of humour like that though, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to do that. I just like winding them up when they ring up. And he goes, one said to me the other day, we'll never ring you again if you answer these questions. I said,
oh my gosh.
Oh really? I said, so who else is going to ring me up then if I answer these questions? And he's like, no, I won't. I said, yeah, you might not be ringing me up again. I said,
but you'll sell the information
but
on.
I said, you'll sell the information on. I said, and then I'll be bombarded with phone calls. And then I said, you might not be going to ring me again. I said, but somebody else in your company will ring me again because that's the way it works. I said, but I tell you what I do. I said, as soon as I go off this phone, I'm blocking your number. So don't even bother trying. I've blocked so many numbers, honestly.
Yeah, my blacklist number is so long.
My blacklist number's about 160 something calls now so far.
Most of them are like 0800s or 033 numbers.
Oh dear. Anyway, I want my Subway sandwich, so I'm going to go now in a minute. She just tempted me by saying Subway.
No, I'm hungry now.
I only had a bit of toast because I was late.
Right, let's say goodbye then.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
And you might see more of us together in the future.
Yeah.
Because of our
You
venture.
lucky devils.
Oh, I'm sure
So
you're waiting
lucky.
with bated breath, aren't you? We're probably on video 3 by now, you realise
Right.
that?
Well, you lot shut up. You said goodbye earlier.
I said goodbye about 3 times before I go. We never
So
noticed.
bad. Well, thanks for watching. I really appreciate if you made it to this on, by the way, this afternoon. Oh yeah, happy crafting!
I said goodbye at least 3 times before I go.
Yeah.
But I'm going now because I want a sandwich. Right? So,
Right,
we shall
the
say,
remote.
I've got the remote. I've got the remote in its
I've got mine in
little
my little bag. Thank you again.
Thank you, Isabella.
Bye.
Bye now.